Boom. Surprise stream. Okay, y'all. Live got cancelled, so we're doing what I always do. Play some random game I like. Okay. Currently also charging my phone, so hopefully it doesn't get. Oh, my app. No, never mind. My app get yanked off. I wrap that around there and put that there. Look at me. It's work. Okay, before I actually do anything, morning. My chair is excessively squeaky. It's my debut all over again. My squeaky ass little chair. Okay, bring this up. Okay. Go here. Go there. My excessively squeaky frame chair. Okay, I'm gonna just get that over a little. Come forward. So, wait, shit. There we go. Okay, music's done. I'm gonna quickly, make a, schedule for next week. I really want to keep playing Infinity Nikki, but I really don't think my laptop can handle it anymore. So I might have to Wii it until I get like a proper PC, which is gonna be like probably early June, late May, most likely early June. Okay. Let's see, how quick can I make a schedule? Less than 5 minutes. Okay. First, we change the image, the commission I got. Yeah, I should probably like stream this, right? Yeah. Oh, that is tiny. See if I can like size this in properly. Let's see how if I can get it sized. Well, there you go. You can just okay. I'm thinking. Okay. This is going to need to be changed into something else. I'll put that there. I'm going to have to change Faz to Saturday. So. I'm going to move that there. I'm gonna change this to Super Mario Galaxy on Friday. Clearly it's not set in stone there. I might keep Ace Attorney for Thursday. Have every Thursday be Ace Attorney. Let's see. I'm just gonna grab my Switch, see if there's any more Switch games I want to play. Turn this down. might play unpacking. Yeah, I'll play unpacking in full. Actually, I might put this Tuesday. I don't know what this is gonna be. I'll make this here. Unpacking. I might make this our life, but then I'll put unpacking. Here. There we go. See? That is how you make a schedule in 55 minutes. Wait, no. Less than 5 minutes. Literally. Okay, save image. That is my 13th schedule. And I'm going to quickly post that into the Discord. I might bring it back up and make a thumbnail. I'm not really sure though. To be fair, I love how I say join the Discord for early schedules. When technically that's not really true. Because all you need to do is watch the stream and you get early schedule this today. Today's a special day. To the 25th. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh. Okay, I need to move this down slightly. And this can also capture. Wait, no, this can't capture this. Oh, it can't capture this. Can I capture this? No, I can't capture this. This can capture this though. I hate this squeaky ass chair and actually gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab my dad and I'm gonna tell him, get your ass in here, unsqueak my chair please. So I'll be right back. Bye bye. Or, well, not really bye bye. Literally just be right back. Everyone should thank my dad, who's the best. My chair no longer squeaks, it just makes a clicky noise. It literally always makes. Okay. Okay, speaking of thing, I do need to... First things first, scroll forward, get closer to it, and I do need to grab my links and post them. And those are my Discord. So, Bobby, where you going, Bobby? Are you leaving me, Bobby? Oh. Okay. You know the new, okay. Hello, please. Oh my god. One second, I'm just gonna boop. Boop. I'm saving that. I'm very degenerate. Oh my goodness, is that freaking Trump? That is Trump. Oh god. Okay. That's done. Okay. Okay, most random thing. You know one of the new Mythos talents, Aphrodite? When I first heard him, I was like, I did the double take and I was like, Markiplier? Probably very random, very wrong, but I genuinely thought he sounded like Markiplier. I was like, I'm gonna actually pop into stream and check 1 second.
We were supposed to use the portal to make our journey 1,000,000 times easier and faster. Heyo, more Mita? We're missing some parts.
Yeah, it's the way he speaks, less so his voice. It's the way he speaks reminds me of Markiplier. The way he speaks. Okay. Now I need to grab my YouTube link. I can hear him doing fireplace things. I love how everyone in Hola Live is also streaming beside. I feel like they're doing it. I don't think any of them are streaming it at the same time, which is kind of funny for me. No, I'm not updating you. Shut up. Okay. Megan, grab this. Up away. Put that there. Okay, I did shower, like I said, but my hair's oh so frizzy from it. Which is very fun. Post the links. I think I'm gonna have to go grab my cat. Oh crap, the links merged. No, they didn't. Links did not merge. There we go. All is good. No, let's see. Which should we do? We did barbecue. I'm actually thinking... I'm gonna go grab my cat. I'll be right back. I think I'm more than certain that she's gone missing. So just bop to this amazing soundtrack because I love it. Well, I got her out where she was not meant to be, so I think that worked. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking we do... Grown up. One sweltering summer day, you're in your living room with Cove, listening to the sounds of the bird chattering outside the window while you lay across the rug on the floor. Cove's dad had dropped him off earlier, and your mums had left the two of you, along with Lizzie, to play amongst yourselves. It had been too hot to go outside in the afternoon, at least according to Mummy, so your sister was starting to get impatient waiting for a golf class that evening. Vi was a very heavy cat, to the point where I'm freaking out of breath. Thanks for that. My dad says she's not heavy. He lies. She is as heavy as a freaking toddler. And I blame it because she used to steal her sister's food back when she lived with my mother. But she is heavy. My little cousin is lighter than her. The three of you had trouble finding something fun to do. The beach and the playground were off limits. And you felt it was too warm to do anything, like playing with your fuzzy toy animals. Then suddenly, a light came to Lizzie's big brown eyes, and her smile spread wide across her face. Having an idea gave her a new wave of energy. Hello! Hi, welcome. I'm doing good. Did have plans with people. But yeah, they got cancelled. Is my Twitch chat showing up? Okay, it is. I can't really see it. But yeah. So, when plans get cancelled, you play the greatest visual novel. Since we're stuck inside, we should be adults. They don't play outdoors anyways. They're always inside telling everybody they're too busy to play. Why? Yeah, it was meant to be like a game with some friends that kind of like I ended up forgetting about at first. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but it's fine. We're planning to reschedule at some point. Don't know when, but eventually. We planned it for Saturday because people were going to be free, but yeah, that ended up working out. I said why, and it'll be fun, duh. What do they do inside that we don't? Because I use the phone a lot. Excluding a small huff, Lizzie tells us to ignore Cove.
What do you think?
Kaayo, what do you think? Do you want to? Ooh, very fun. I actually did try and like get Monkey to read reading a visual novel whenever I was playing Coffee Talk a while back. But my guy was busy. Like, how dare he not drop everything for me? Ooh. I'll just check you out sometime. I've been very busy with things. Which reminds me, did I save that thing I was gonna do for the thing, or am I gonna have to try and figure out how to download it through YouTube? Give me a second. No, wrong thing. Yeah, visual novels are very fun to stream. And they're also lighter on, like, the computer. Or PC in my case. Okay, still here. I can quickly download it. Delicious. Okay, that's exporting. Which will be good. There we go. Alright. I'm currently downloading a video that I need because I plan to do something with it. Or more so, a VOD, same thing, whatever. I don't know. Please, Kaayo, when have I ever had a bad idea? Whenever we play with you. Cove is such a little... He's so sassy when he's a little kid. He becomes a lot sweeter to most people as he grows up. Most people. That's basically all I can say. I wasn't asking you. Okay, I'll stay. I hope this is as fun as you're promising it'll be. Lizzie looks at you, deadly serious. It's the most exciting idea I've had all week. Satisfied that neither of you were about to bail on her, Lizzie thought over her options while you watched. After a few seconds, she clapped her hands together and beamed, apparently having settled on something without asking either of you. Yeah, got a PhD. I have sunk so many hours into this game. Because I didn't actually bring in my old save file on... I haven't saved on a, like, USB drive. USB stick. And I think I started playing, like, December of 2022. And I've played, like, every single DLC except for Baxter's. You know what, I might download, or more like, buy. I might buy Baxter's DLC. Just to play on stream. How much is that again? I'll buy everything on itch, so... itch. I actually have my mother's, embarrassingly enough, I actually have my mother's email on my itch.io account because she has gotten me, like, a couple of, like, these things. She was not very happy when I asked her for her email address so I could connect it to this here, because she was like, you're going to ring my emails, and I was like, calm down. I just want my games back. Okay, let's see. Library. Yeah. Games always step 1 DLC, step 2 DLC, step 3 DLC, Cove Wedding DLC, Derek's Story DLC. Poor Baxter was left out. How much is Baxter's DLC? Yeah, Baxter's Story. Games and projects. It's $4.99 USD. What is that in pounds? The Great British. I was on like 4 quid. Could I buy this now? Right, crap, I supposed to give Dad money. I love how it came out on my birthday last year. It's been a year I have not played this. Have not downloaded it either. I should probably do that. No, I don't want to update my thing. Because that went on and got me cat food yesterday. So I still need to give him money for that. because I was EB sleepy. It shouldn't be too bad. We got it there. So, yeah. I'll probably play that on stream. Then never again. Baxter's fine. Baxter's fine. But no. Baxter's fun, but it's just not like personal favorite. Definitely prefer Cove and Derek over him. So sorry, sorry Baxter, you'll live.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a professional golfer. Kyle, you and Cove can be a beach volleyball player, a gymnast, or a tennis player. Why can't we pick anything we want? Because I have a fun idea. That's why. And we have to play sports as adults. Yep. But there's other kinds of sports too.
Right?
It isn't the same. What do you think, Kyle? Don't those choices sound super cool? You want to be that, huh? Kind of like those. Leslie beamed at you. Happy at least one of you liked her idea. More so kind of liked. Oh yeah? Which one sounds best to you? On my list still. Cove was not impressed with Lizzie's attitude, though he didn't bother talking more about it for now. He thought over the list of possibilities. Beach volleyball, gymnastics, or tennis. Out of all of them you prefer to play. I'm terrible at tennis. Okay. Bye-bye. Enjoy dinner. I'm terrible at tennis. We had this like thing set up in my primary school where they like let us like try out tennis. I was horrible at it. Beach volleyball, never tried it. Don't like running around in like the sand trying to hit a ball. Not appealing. And I'm the worst at gymnastics. I did it a bit as a kid. More so with my uncle. Because sometimes I was just not interested in anything else he had planned. So, we're gonna go gymnastics. If you guys spend the afternoon doing cartwheels and handstands in the backyard, then you might as well practice them inside. There wouldn't be as much space as there was outside, but you can still try. That was clearly the top option. Okay, I'm gonna be a gymnast.
Alright.
How about you, Cove? I'll be a gymnast with Kyle. Lucy threw her hands in the air, making an annoyed sound. You guys can't be the same thing. That's not how it works. You didn't say that. The rule was picking from the list. You can't keep adding more. Lucy looks at the two of you and shook her head. Resigned to losing this battle, but not the war. Fine, you're both gymnasts, but you're on the same team because there's only one. Lucy's ponytail bobbed when she proudly stretched her arms wide. To be fair, we probably don't mind. Well, obviously I don't mind. Cove probably doesn't mind. He's probably just like, yeah, sure. I'll team with my best friend. The Olympic team. What? We're Olympic athletes who just competed in the Olympics. I'm gonna actually move my mic. I keep moving my mic. 1 second. I'm actually gonna switch the USB my mic's plugged in and the USB my mice is plugged in. I'm gonna switch them around real quick. There we go. Now the mic's closer to me, but I could also lean back in my chair slightly, the same direction as my two screens for my chat. Doo-doo-doo. And it's currently the 19th of January. TikTok is apparently getting banned in the US today. Good for me. I don't live in the US. Yeah. That might be a little stuffy though. Every time I see Doobie's name show up anywhere, I'm just like, ah, right, Dobby. I keep mixing it up. It is stupid. I get that. But I keep imagining that there's an extra B for some reason, and I'm just like, yes, Dobby, my friend, my good friend, who is most definitely not an elf. Doobie is not an elf. She's something with like a tail. Okay. Cove didn't seem that all that impressed with the announcement. He made a face and adjusted the glasses on his nose. That's really specific.
Rude.
That's what makes it fun. Anyway, Lizzie marched back and forth in front of you both, getting lost in her own imagination. I won all gold medals, and people are calling me the next Mickey Wright. Who's that? Lizzie stopped on the spot and turned on him. Her brown eyes shining with impatience. It doesn't matter if you don't know who she is. It's a golf thing. You guys won medals too. Your team plays at silver. It's more real if we're not all first place. Hey, we can do better in silver. You pointed at Lizzie, unhappy with the decision. Kaayo's right.
Sorry.
Lots of people lose at the Olympics. Them's the bricks. Then you're the one who did, not me. She was flabbergasted. Lizzie looked taken aback by Chloe's declaration, as though the thought of her losing was completely absurd. No way! It wouldn't make sense. I'm already practicing my golf game. She took a golfing stance to make her point, pretending to swing her club and hit an invisible ball. So, what kind of house do you live in? Cove hadn't changed his mind about winning, but thinking about where he'd live as an adult appealed to him. Apparently, because he looked back at Lizzie with some of the anger fading. I took my medication today. I don't know why I won't move. Yeah, that kind of reminds me, like, whenever I was in high school, people would compare my inhaler with my life-saving medicine to a vape, and I was just like, this thing saves my life. It doesn't destroy my lungs. It saves my lungs. Completely opposite. I remember flipping a kid off once because he called my inhaler a vape, and I was like, shut it. Shh. No, I didn't say anything. I just kind of gave him the middle finger and waited for him to walk away. It worked. He walked away. That wasn't the last time that happened, though. It was very annoying. I went over the beach. Lizzie made a face poking on her tongue. That's kind of boring. We already have that. No, not like the normal houses were here with a street. On it. Right on the sand. By the water. That's like possible, actually. Whenever you say like house on the beach, my brain immediately goes to Elliot from Stardew Valley, because he lives in that little cabin by the beach. You know? But yeah, that's the first up. That's where my mind first goes anytime I'm told, like, yeah, hush on the beach. It's immediately just Elliot. He has, despite the fact that I've never married him, I don't plan to ever marry him, he's stuck in the brain. Stuck in the brain. Just like that, all the attention was back. You hadn't even had a chance to choose where you would want to live. That's not very fun of Smart Cove. You can't live on a beach, on a bunch of sand and shells, but I want to, and I will. Cove narrowed his eyes at Lizzie. Even though she stood half a head taller than him, doesn't really seem like what's it? There doesn't seem there's like that much of a height difference, if anything. So technically, like Lizzie's this big, so Cove's like should be yay small. I assume that's like half a head. Like the eyes, kind of like half a head. You didn't give out a list of things to pick from this time, so I'm picking that. Why are we even playing pretend if I can't imagine anything?
Jeez.
Well, I'm gonna live in a mansion far away from here and far away from you. One with an indoor pool and a place to practice my award-winning golf.
It's not fair.
How come you really went by mine when your idea was even more impossible? Lizzie's face flushed red, her hands balling into fists at her side. Real though. I sadly do not live anywhere near a beach. I mean, it's not that far to get to a beach, but it's not like them where I could just walk outside. Beach. It's not impossible, and it's better than yours. Disagreements always seem to crop up when the two of them were together, and you always felt like you were stuck in the middle. When it came to the topic at hand this time, you thought being on the beach is cooler. Who wouldn't want to live on the beach? It'd be really great. You could have windows made from driftwood and seashell wind chimes. Ugh. Somehow, by agreeing with him, me and Cove looked nervous. Oh, sweet baby! He tried to ignore it by continuing his debate with Lizzie. You can swim whenever you want if you live on the beach. We can still swim anytime we want from here where we live now. Being a little closer doesn't mean anything, says you. The two of them scowled at each other. You're being so unreasonable. I don't get what you want. This game doesn't even make sense. It does. You have to be realistic. I said that. But you're not. You had no idea what to do to make them stop at this point. It seemed like the two of them could just keep working each other up as long as they could. Nothing you said so far had kept them from being mad. Thankfully, like a greeting card angel, Mom walked into the room. Lizzie rushed over to her, hanging onto the hem of her shirt and poking her tongue out at Cove. Lizzie, Kaayo, it's time to get ready to go.
You alright with that?
Sorry I have to leave already, Cove. Their mommy said she'd walk you home so you don't have to be left in the cold. It's not cold. It's, like, summer in California. Isn't that warm? Cove was still glaring at Lizzie, his face flushed with anger. I can go by myself. But
Bye.
bye, Kaayo. There was still a harsh edge to the brief farewell, but you knew it wasn't you he was mad at. Without giving Mom a chance to stop him, Cove stood up and stalked out of the room, shoulders drawn tight.
Huh?
Okay. Worried, Mom turned to look down at both of you and Lizzie. Wait, it's not. Why is the Discord? Like, I just changed it. I just fixed it. Okay, 1 second. God damn it. If you're struggling too much, you can always just check out the card.co. It is there and should work. I just checked it the other day. It was working. God damn it. Is that my baby? Baby, come here. Hi, Vivi. Oh, my sweet little girl. My sweet little stinky. Ah. My voice is echoing. I don't like that. I don't like when my voice echoes, boy. Second, Discord server. Bye-bye. You underneath my legs, Bubba? Oh, hello. I can hear you purring, but I don't see you. Expired. What do you mean it expired? Are you kidding me? Why is the link expired? 1 second. I'm actually. I was like, what if it's like. Your invite link expires in 7 days? No limits. Expires never. Generate new link. Okay. 1 second, I'm fixing this. Okay, there we go. New link. Never gonna expire. Never gonna nothing. Everything's gonna work perfectly fine. 1 second, I'm determined to fix this. I'm not doing anything until this is fixed. That is not the same link. That is the same link. That is the same link. Okay, try the actual link. Try the actual link. Because that is the same link I currently have. Okay, anyways, no. I'm not gonna go up there, you're gonna go down here. Okay, there we go. Discord link is updated there. If I go... open this board. The link is fixed. In the, Twitch area at least. Okay, icons. Discord. There we go. The link is fixed. The link is fixed. You should be able to join. The link is fixed. It is fixed everywhere. Sorry, I got a little bit tunnel focused. Oh, it should work though. Sent a link in the chat too, so hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that it works. Please tell me it works now. Oh, I do need to put back on. Link in the chat worked. Okay, good. Good. Okay. A link worked. Thank God. Though the link is the same in the... It's the same as everywhere else. Oh, hello. Hello, Hex. By the way, we have emotes, so... Yippee! To be fair, joining the Discord was probably a good idea because that's where most of the updates are. Most of the updates are either in my Discord or Twitter. Where is that? I had this. Hehehe. Hehehehe. Uh-huh. We're all very chaotic, so. Be. Oof. My arms hurt. I'm gonna drink. Anyways, back to get locking back in now that I've fixed it. Because the link is now the same everywhere. So the link should work. It better work. Okay. Worried Mom turned to look down at you and Lizzie. You two were playing nice with our new friend, weren't you? Told the truth. We were playing pretend and things got intense. They were like cats and dogs. Your sister's jaw dropped, looking betrayed, as Mom put both her hands on her hips. Elizabeth! I told you to be kind to him. He's having a hard time right now. Lizzie's mouth closed back up, replaced by a tiny frown. I know, I try, but he was... No buts. We both know you can show someone a great time when you put your mind to it. We're going to apologize to Kof and his dad over the phone when he gets home from work tonight. Lizzie hung her head, dragging a foot across the ground in front of her. Okay, Mom. Go girl. You caught pieces of Lizzie sulking to herself about how it was his fault too, but it was over. Ah, right. We better get and move on. Kids, Neolani, where did you leave the car keys? I think her name's Bartones Neolani. I don't... Something Lonnie. Okay, they're going off of my horrible guessing. Mom hustled you all out the door, and you noticed during the car ride to the golf practice that Lizzie was quieter than usual. She was usually the first one to request which music to listen to in the car, but she didn't say a thing. Your parents noticed she wasn't in the mood to be bothered. They gave her space, and Mama just asked what you'd like to listen to. You chose a song that you knew Lizzie would like. Maybe that would cheer her up. Please, thorough. You're happy to see it brand her up right away, and she started singing along with you. Soon enough, her bad mood was a thing of the past. When the car ride was over, you spent the twilight hour watching Lizzie hit things with other girls her age. You didn't know much about golf, but you could tell she really liked it. So you sat with your moms and tried to puzzle it out. It was nice staying outside after being cooped up in the house all day, and you stretched out your legs to let the last few minutes of sun warm your skin. When the sun was finally out of sight, dipping behind the horizon, you all got busy, ready to leave. Instead of going straight home, your mom took the family out to dinner. You went to a restaurant you normally go to. You've been going to ever since you remember. I'm pretty sure that's a Chinese restaurant that they go to. It's featured in like every single stat, it feels like. Of course it is, so Chinese food is the best food. I have a preference. The whole afternoon had been a bunch of shouting. You haven't been able to stop. You could kind of tell that this all helped Lizzie to be less angry. The car ride home was quiet, with only the radio providing escape from silence. Lizzie had been in better spirits now, but the closer you got to the neighbourhood, the more she waited on her seeing far out the window. She knew what was coming when you go back home. Clearly, she was dreading it. Soon enough, Mom was turning into your street, then reversing into the driveway. When she cut the ignition, it was dead silent. No one spoke. Only unbuckled their seatbelts and opened the doors. Lizzie was the last one out. Once everyone was inside and done taking off their shoes, she propped her hands on her hips. Now then, Mr. Holden's car is in the driveway, so he should be back from work. That's good news, isn't it, Elizabeth? You and Cove can hash things out before the day's done. Lizzie didn't complain or put up a fight. Her head ducked so she didn't have to meet anyone's eyes. She nodded once. Good. Let's move this to the kitchen. Mom went over to the house phone, the rest of you following behind her. Mommy put a gentle hand on Lizzie's shoulder as they walked side by side. He watched her from the back. This is only happening because you told on Lizzie. You didn't regret it. You frowned to yourself, recalling how COVID left in such a bad way. You wish that you could have done more for him. Hopefully he would feel better by tomorrow. You wanted to hang out with him again. The four of you stood around the kitchen in a lopsided square. You mean a rhombus? That is the word, right? That is the word, right? No. Oh, for the love of... I hate... Oh, no. Yeah. A rhombus is a lopsided square. But a rhombus also does look like a diamond that's being pushed over. Huh. But yeah, a rhombus is just a lopsided square. I'm very particular with my shapes, apparently. All eyes were on Lizzie, who kept her gaze on her fate. You remember the number of Coast House, don't you, honey? Lizzie jerked her head, another nod. Sullen. A 10-year-old can remember numbers. I can't even remember my own number. I'm aware that there is a 3 in it. That is all I know. For all I know, my number could be all 3s. Without further prompting, she stepped forward and she began to dial. I'm a lot older than this child and I can't remember my own number. Let alone someone else's number. If I don't have my phone with me and I need to call someone, I'm just going to call 911. Because I genuinely don't know any other number. Mom reached over and pressed the button on the base. Suddenly you could hear the phone ringing. She turned on the speaker. I did used to have... I think I still do. I think it's our, like... We do still have a house phone. And I don't think it looks like this anymore. I think it used to look like this. Like a few years ago. The one we have now doesn't have like this bit. It's really just like a square holding the phone. We still do have one. Am I going to see it from here? Maybe not. Maybe I think I got rid of it. I also don't know. But I never actually used it, so I don't actually know what half of these buttons do. The phone rang a couple times and stopped. Mr. Holden's worn voice came through the other end. Evening, Holden residence. Lizzie looked over at Mommy unsure. She nodded encouragingly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I tripped over it. Real. I'm pretty sure I tripped over it once when I was at my grandmother's house, because she had one, and she didn't, like, whoever was there never, like, tucked the lead in. I just ended up tripping over it once. Not very fun. I didn't like going over there anyways, but that was another reason why I hated going over. But yeah, honestly, if we do have one, it might actually be in my dad's bedroom. I was like, that actually makes me curious. I'll be like right back. I want to actually go check. Surprisingly or unsurprisingly, we actually don't have a landline anymore. That must go rid at some point. I don't remember when that happened, but it did. Oh crap, I just ripped a bit of skin off my finger while closing the door. Ow! No wonder it hurt so badly! Ow! Okay, I think I only ripped off like a couple layers of skin, so I don't think there's no bleeding. It just hurts. It's probably just going to bruise, if anything. Yeah, I do not like voicemails. I don't like leaving voicemails. I don't like getting voicemails. Voicemails scare me. Not a fan of voicemails. To be fair, I'm not really a fan of talking on the phone at all. Surprisingly, anytime I haven't gone on vacation in years. Eat a day. I think the max I think the max I've gone on my like regular phone have been like 3. I don't think our landline got many spam calls, if any at all. I'm pretty sure. No, my mom still has a landline. That I do remember. Maybe that's why she's so complaining about money so often. She pays for a landline she doesn't use. I don't remember there being a landline in her house. At least I'm smart enough to get rid of his. Hi, Mr. Holland. It's Lizzie. Can I talk to Cove?
Absolutely.
Lizzie, can we go? What a surprise! But of course you can say hi to the little boy. He sounded cheery as usual. Though I definitely meant it when he said it was a surprise. Yeah, mine actually does too. I don't think it actually alerts me whenever, usually I do use my, like, regular phone to call people. I think there's only, like, one person that I use the WhatsApp call to call people on. And that's, like, a friend of mine. It's very rarely, like, few friends. Only one nowadays. I usually just call my parents on, like, the regular phone. But if I can't reach them on regular phone, I reach them on the WhatsApp phone. Because those are, like, 2 different things to mute. So if they've muted their regular phone, I have a feeling that the WhatsApp one is going to go through. And it usually does, so I'm very smart. I'll just go to my phone. What happened to your PS4? But yeah, I also use Discord a lot. My phone's literally just for contacting my parents. Like, the actual, like, phone call is actually just for contacting my parents. WhatsApp's for, like, 2 friends, like, IRL friends that I don't really talk too much anymore. But Discord's where I talk to most of my friends. But Hex, why the hell do you want to destroy your PS4? What happened? Wait, are you streaming? No, you're not streaming. Am I gonna get an answer? Yeah, to wait until tomorrow until... So I do have a streamer that I like watching now. After a few issues, I've actually gone back into watching, like, art streamers. Rocket League is killing me. I have never once played Rocket League, so I cannot, sympathize with your PM. I'm sorry, though. I have felt the same thing with my regular games, not Rocket League, sometimes. I still haven't gone back to me side, and I still haven't gotten that last achievement to get 100%. When usually I do like 100% in games, but like, I don't know why she keeps popping up on my web search. I don't like her. Well, I do like her, but like, she's friends with someone who I don't. Who isn't a good person. Yeah, that's real. That's another reason why I like visual novels, because they're a lot calmer. So that's good. My head usually hurts more whenever I'm playing games on my Switch. Because I have it connected to like a TV in my office, so I can see what I'm doing whenever I'm streaming the game. Because like if you do look in the schedule, you can see that I'm going to be playing like a couple Switch games next week. I have Switch games, might as well use them, so I'm using them. Because like the TV screen is just like so big and bright, it like kills my head. I still have Me Side downloaded. And I'm only missing 2 achievements. And one of them is the Phase 2 logs. I hate it. It annoys me. Ooh, Canada. I actually watched like a few YouTubers from Canada, which to be fair shouldn't really upload anymore. I plan to get a proper PC. Yeah, OBS is very heavy. It's actually one of the reasons why I use like a PNG, little PNG guy. At least while I'm streaming with like more hardcore games. Because it's a good laptop, don't get me wrong. It is a good laptop. But it is also not built probably for like big game, live 2D, and streaming all at once. So I'm hoping like shortly after my birthday to have scrounged up like to have enough money to get like myself a proper PC. Which reminds me, I need to like drag Monkey on call with me and get him to like go through like PC things with me. Because I don't know what I'm looking for. There we go. I have pleaded for help. Ooh, very nice. I have no idea what gym's like in Canada, but hopefully it's very nice. And that's not too long to wait. That's only 5 months. I only have to wait like... I have to wait like 4 months exactly before my birthday. I'm probably gonna do like a little funky stream for my birthday. No idea what. I don't know what kind of funky stream I do for my birthday. Probably something fun. Maybe this is my birthday. I'd probably do something like, maybe like alcohol tasting. Do not like alcohol, but it's my birthday. Might as well do something stupid. Is that even on Twitch's guidelines? Twitch. I swear I've seen people doing like drinking streams before, so I'm gonna see if that's okay. Redirecting. Okay. Community guidelines. Social sharp behavior. Uh-huh. Yep, the link should be fixed. I copied the new link everywhere, so it should work. So bye bye. I'll figure that whole link there. You thought hard, and you were sure that your sister had never called Cove's house before. Mom spoke up before Mr. Holden or Lizzie could say anything more. Her arms were crossed over her chest, her lips pursed. Hi, Cliff. Delaney, Kaayo, and I are here too. Good evening. We're sorry for bothering you so late. Hi, Mr. Holden. The guy's all here, huh? Is something the matter? His voice grew a bit concerned. Molly was quick to reassure him. No, well, yes, but it's going to be okay. Lucy and Cove got into a bit of a fight today. We were hoping that the two of them could talk and make up. Is this a good time for you and Cove?
What?
A fight? Cove didn't tell me anything about that when I came home. That doesn't explain the funk that's been in him tonight. He's been in tonight. chuckled lightly. Despite that, it didn't seem like he really thought it was funny. Anyway, it's good. We didn't catch this at a bad time. I'll go grab him for you. There's some shuffling on the other end. He must have not gone far because you can still hear him calling out. Cove, there's someone on the phone for you. After a beat of silence, there was more muffled talking from Cove's dad. Come on, bud. Lizzie called you so she could talk to you. Kaayo's on the other end too. He's on the other end listening too. Don't you want to say hi? It took a bit back and forth, though the conversation seemed one-sided, since you couldn't hear Cove properly. Eventually, Cove took the phone from his dad. Hey, it's Lizzie. Yeah, I know. Dad told me. Cove's tone was offensive. Lizzie turned to Mom, smiling. One stern look from her, though, and Lizzie turned away.
Sorry.
I just wanted to call to say I'm sorry for not playing nice with you today. I won't do it again. Lizzie's eyes were downcast, her voice low. You could tell she felt uncomfortable apologizing to Cove in front of everyone. She was still being genuine about feeling bad. Cove must have realized that too because he sighed quietly. Me and Kaayo should get gold too. That's right. Lizzie had kept denying you two what you deserved. Lizzie was momentarily stunned by the demand. She probably forgot about that. Probably forgot that even happened today. Alright. We all win the gold. Okay. I guess I'm sorry too. A sense of relief washed over everyone at the acceptance of his apology. Mama crossed her arms while Mummy's shoulders relaxed. Lizzie's eyes raised up. You wonder if she thought he'd refuse her apology. Dad, can I go off the phone now? You couldn't see him, but it was obvious that Cove felt awkward about the situation. He'd come off uncomfortable the entire time, really. Yeah, you can go back to your room if you want. You should have say goodbye, though, first. Bye, Lizzie. Bye. Bye, Kaayo. You perked up with the mention of your name. You smiled, even though you couldn't see it. Bye, Cove. With that, Cove was handed the phone to his dad and left. Mr. Holden spoke. I do want to play, Our Life 2, because it does have more, like, I say advanced pronouns, which I do like. Because I can truly be myself there. With that, Cove must have handed the phone to his dad and left as Mr. Holden spoke up. All's well that ends well, as they say. Thanks for arranging this. I'm sure he appreciates it. His mom replied, and Lizzie tugged on Mommy's hand to catch her attention. Can I go now too?
Good job.
Sure, sweetie. Thank you very much for apologizing to Cove. Mom flashed a brief smile at Lizzie and nodded her agreement. Given permission to leave, Lizzie scurried off towards the stairs. She seemed to be feeling much better with the incident behind her. Mom and Mummy returned to the phone, taking off the speaker. They continued talking to Mr. Holden. You couldn't tell about what. You're glad that was the end of it all. Lizzie and Cove might not get along, probably still won't, but they weren't mad at each other anymore. Mom and Mummy weren't upset either. Everything was finally back to normal. With that thought, you retreated to your own room with a spring in your step. Yippee! It's been an hour and 15 minutes and we've finally gone through one scene. currently talking PC with, Monkey, and I have no idea by half the things he's saying. All I understand is you can have a quiet one and a loud one. I love why I asked myself earlier, can I play the DLCs on stream? And the first one I played yet last time was a DLC. Oh well, we're playing another DLC. I want a little sip. It was earlier and you were on the way to the playground. Lizzie planned on joining you there later. You weren't sure what she was busy with right now. Older kid stuff, you imagined. No, okay. Well, the forefront in your mind was if Coop might be free to come too. Because the little ones have a little puppy crush. As you both are familiar, sure, you wonder how you might find your neighbor. He appeared right in front of you. Almost as if he was a mind reader. I just realized I slept through the entirety of Saturday. Like, literally, I slept for like 12 hours. Huh? Oh, yeah. I forgot about you. Ignore. Report. There we go. Need to report those spammers. Besides using AI art. As you walk the familiar street, wondering how you might find your neighbor, he appeared right in front of you, almost as if he was. Well, I just read that part. Shit. Hi, Ko. Can you come to the playground with me?
No.
Sorry. Didn't I say, like, yesterday that I was gonna... I realized it says, okay, I'm gonna goo. I should goo. I know I said I was gonna, like, speak with, like, less of a rasp in my voice. Haven't really successfully done that, very much. That's fine. If I get another viewer, I might try and read someone. I don't know if I have reads work. Could look strangely serious. It had to be an even bigger deal than whatever mystery thing Lindsay had to do. I'm leaving, Kaayo. What? Where? He shifted. One second. What does my character even look like again? I've completely forgotten how I went behind. Dressed them up. Oh, yeah. Oh, one more goes live. I love him in Phantoms, published the lore video. Haven't actually watched that yet. Right, where is my... I completely forgot what I made my little doll look like. Okay. Okay, well, at least that's... Wait, no, I don't want to watch this video. That's my current stream. There we go. He shifted as your gaze was drawn to the backpack slung over his shoulders. Cove liked to carry stuff in his pockets. Like stuff things in his pockets from what you've seen, but people sometimes carry bags with them. Hadn't been very attention-worthy until now. Oh, I broke my own YouTube. I broke it. Oh. I think that's the hair I usually use. Makes me wonder, I have my screenshots. There's only 21 gigabytes free? What? What have I downloaded recently? Oh, right, the video. Okay, well, I have Monkey currently helping with like PC plans. I don't plan to get a PC until after my birthday, but I'm just preparing. Okay, the hair I chose, I don't think it's the hair I usually use. Yeah, I usually use like that little hair. No, that hair. Which is oddly enough the hair I chose. Yes, 1 second. Oh. Yeah, I love how we went with the light eyes. I can hear my cat snoring. The pack was decorated with cartoon waves and dolphins. He gripped one of the straps tightly with his good hand. I just wanted you to know. Cove didn't glance up at me. Your eyes, you started to grow worried. I'll come with you. He looked up at that. You hoped he would agree, but instead he shook his head. I'll come back though, sometime. I don't know when, but we can do stuff then. He directed a fragile smile your way. Children, running away. Surprisingly normal. Without another word, Cove turned on his heel and started to walk away. Wait! He kept going. His focus wasn't on you anymore. What was that about? You watched as his back grew smaller and smaller. Then you realized yourself standing in the middle of the sidewalk. You thought about your earlier plan of playing in the park. Suddenly it didn't seem as fun anymore. Not without Cove. But it wasn't like you could force him to play with you. He had things to do. You could play, you said there. You could play at the park some other time. It wasn't like it was going anywhere. You couldn't bring yourself to leave like this. You didn't move from your spot. You just continued to look on quietly. It didn't take long to realize he was just going on the street. You were positive there was nothing good up there. Good over there. Not the park, or the beach, or the store street, or his house, or anything. He was new. He might not know what you did. You jogged down the street to catch up to him. You slowed down when you reached his side. He glanced at you from the corner of his eye and frowned. Go away, Kaayo. I just wanted to say you're going the wrong way. There aren't any places the way you're going. His mind twisted further. He didn't appreciate your warning. Cruel. Cruel, cruel, cruel. Tut, tut, tut. I wish you could use like dual pronouns in this game, but that's our life 2 feature. I actually need tissue. I'll be right back. I just stubbed my toe. Not too hard though, luckily. Just slightly. I'm still going. Why? What are you doing? Walking? I come with you if you're just walking. Go let out a deep sigh. You got the feeling that he was starting to get mad with you. I told you I'm leaving. I'm going to be gone for a while. I still want to go with you. You can't. Why not? Ko came to a sudden stop. You almost kept walking ahead of him because you weren't expecting it. My dad doesn't know. If you come, you'll come in trouble when he finds out. You'll get in trouble when you find out. You felt a knot start to grow in your stomach. You're not supposed to be leaving? His expression was grave. He shook his head. Dad isn't home right now. I left him a letter, so he won't get confused when he gets back. But you can't tell anybody about this, okay? You can pretend you never saw me. I still want to go. I don't care if I get in trouble. Don't do it all by yourself. Ko's hard expression wavered. You could tell he hadn't been expecting you to say that.
Really?
You don't think it's a bad idea or something? It might be a bad idea, but... His lips curled into a smile.
Okay.
You can come. You grinned. Please don't give it in so easily. You thought it might take a lot longer since he was so set on going alone. You turned a bit in the middle of the sidewalk, so did Cove when he saw. He pointed over your shoulder with a thumb. Let's go to my house, though. I can get my backpack. We can't. Sorry. If we're gonna be away, I better take some stuff. It's not that. I don't want our parents to catch us. Your moms could think it's weird if we have bags. They might ask. We don't have a lot of time anyway. He motioned to his backpack, patting it with his hand. His front bulged out slightly.
It's okay.
I pack snacks. That'll be alright. You wish you could bring your backpack along just to be safe, but his explanation made sense. Yeah, if I was running away, I would bring my own things. I don't think he has enough in there for 2 kids for very long. Alright, we can leave. Go smile. He seemed to be in a much better spirit than when you first ran into him. You're glad. He wasn't always this upbeat, but that was fine though. Otherwise he wouldn't be Cove. But he liked seeing him smile. Cove took the first step and he mirrored him. As one, both of you ran up the street. You were off into unknown territory. You ran out through the first few neighborhoods like that, your feet pointing on concrete. Whenever one of you got tired, you'd take a break for a minute. The moment there was a sign to be off again, because someone you knew might realize what you were up to. Because of how cautious you were, the 2 of you didn't run into anyone, not even other kids during the summer. It was like you suddenly become criminals, always worried if someone was on your tail. As tempting as it was, you were so glad you got the opportunity to take a proper break. Cove made for you to stop when she got to the residential district. The houses disappeared, World storefronts taking their place. You're all the way in the business part of town. This is the first time you come here on foot. Before, one of your moms always drove you this place in the car. Cove leaned up against a nearby tree and wiped sweat off his brow. You braced your hands on your knees, breathing hard. You looked over the road ahead. Where? So far. A strange expression flickered across Cove's face at your words. Before he nodded, you spoke again, still huffing. My mom's bringing me and Lizzie here for shopping. Yeah. I've never been here before. Not with my dad. He looks pleased by that. We're doing good. It's not even nighttime. You thought it was right to have gone with Cove, but being so far from your neighborhood made you feel even more weird about what was happening. Clearly, Cove wanted to keep going. For how long, though? He could keep wanting to walk forever. Cove slid his backpack off and unzipped it. He watched curiously as he stuffed a hand in and searched for something. To your delight, he pulled out 2 juice boxes and offered one to you. Here. Thank you. I was getting thirsty. The 2 of you took a moment to unwrap the straws and poke them into the special circuit part of the box. The juice was warm, but still good. You sighed contentedly after your first sip. Your throat was beginning to ache from how dry it had gotten. It had really been a while since this all started. You took another sip of your juice. Your gifts drifted to Cove's bag. He hadn't closed it yet. What else is in there? There are still a few juice boxes left. He veered inside and began to list off items as he spotted them. I got some snacks from the kitchen too. Chips, muffins, bananas, candy. That was already a lot, but he kept us excavating more. I also took a couple clothes, a flashlight, a first aid kit for my dad's bathroom, and a blanket. Oh, and some money my dad gave me a while back that I haven't spent yet. Your mouth made a small halfway through his lengthy list. You brought a lot of stuff. I wouldn't have thought to grab a flashlight or a first aid kit. I told you, I was going away. You didn't know what to say to that. The little smile Cove had been wearing earlier was gone by now. Like it never been there in the first place. You watched as he zipped up his backpack and slipped it on. He started walking without a single glance at you, over you. Though he still did take small and happy sips of his juice. For some time, the 2 of you went forward in complete silence. The more ground you covered, the more serious Cove seemed to become. He hadn't looked at you or said anything in a while. He had just taken your empty juice box from you and stowed it away in his bag. That was it. You knew there had to be more to all this. The sun dislodged itself from its place in the sky, dipping lower and lower. The street lamps came on. It was as if they were anticipating nightfall. Hey, Cove? Cove finally turned to look at you. You gave him your best attempt at a warm smile. It's gonna be dark soon. We should head back. To your dismay, he scowled and shook his head immediately. I'm not going back. I can't. But what about your dad? He'll be fine. I left him a letter. If you want to leave, you can. I'm gonna keep going. There was no changing his mind. You realized he was doing this with or without you. You wanted to go. You even kept walking with him. You wanted to go home, but not without Cove. Leaving him all alone would be much worse. Okay, I'm coming with you. His features softened the slightest bit at your response. You got the feeling he was relieved by your decision to stay. The 2 of you continued to trudge past the storefronts. Silence fell over you again. You had no idea how to break it, or if you even wanted to. People said this was a really tiny town, but to you, it felt absolutely gigantic. Eventually, the business part of town ended too. There was no sidewalk anymore. Only a long, expansive road. You walked on the grass instead. Not even that was enough to stop him. Almond was your only option. Your journey stubbornly continued. Sorry, throat was being a bit weird. Thought you had about Cove's possible destinations and became a certainty. There's only one way out of town after all. Your feet hurt. You were tired. The 2 of you didn't even have any parents with you, but somehow you had reached the very edge of Sunset Bird. That's what the sign told you. Kaayo, are you okay? Can you not wheeze when I'm streaming, please, baby? Can you not wheeze at all, actually? I don't think it's very good that you're wheezing. Okay, I need to adjust my legs a second. There we go. I'm tiny. You lived in Sunset Bird forever. On a very rare occasion that you see the sun. Most everything in your life happened inside the city limits. The endless road ahead seemed scary in a way. It paralyzed you. You glanced at Cove. You made it here just before nightfall, but now what? Outside of time, there was nothing. How could he go where he wanted to go? Cove, however, didn't falter. He kept walking. As he neared the sign, he finally stopped. That was a relief. He took off his backpack and sat down, crossing his legs beneath him. You lowered yourself beside the boy as he zipped his bag open and rummaged through it again.
Whoa.
What's that, Dylan? You're almost taken aback by his voice. It's been a while since you last heard it. Pursing your lips, you recall the snack he listed off earlier. I want a muffin. I love muffins. It's kind of odd because, like, it's been, like, ages since I've had a muffin. Oh, crap. I'm yanking this. I last had a muffin, like, a couple years ago, I think. It was definitely, like, when I was in school. That was probably the last time I ever had a muffin. Sad, truly. But I don't know where to get good muffins, if I'm being honest. He built out 2 muffins. After passing you your food, he took a big bite of the top of his muffin. He peered over at your friend. He stared at the path still ahead with a solemn expression. He turned away. The sun had set some time after you both finished eating. Now it was dark, apart from the field at midnight. You watched as Cove grab the flashlight from his bag. What are we going to do? Sleep out here?
I guess.
He was speaking defensively again. Second, there's still that piece of, like, loose skin. Owie. There we go. Now I just have a small hole. Whatever. It's fine. Clove clicked the flashlight on and a beam of knives cut through the darkness, weakly illuminating the area you sat in. You pulled your knees up to your chest, wrapping your arms around them. You weren't cold. Some nights were still sort of warm. You just felt like it. Is it okay if I ask something? Cove's focus didn't waver from the road, but he nodded. Why do you want to leave Sunset Bird so bad? At first, Cove was quiet. You started to think he wouldn't say anything. Then he spoke. My mom called today to check up on me and stuff. She asked what Sunset Bird was like and how I was doing. I was okay. But when I asked if she'll come here, she said she couldn't. I can't go back either. Not right now. She has to move somewhere else first. Coke glared at the ground. His voice cracked as he continued.
It's not fair.
Why can't I even see her anymore? He used his uncasted arm to rub in both of his eyes. I'm gonna go myself. I don't need anyone to take me. How are you gonna get to your mom's place? He wanted to see his mom. Maybe you would have had the idea to run away too if you were Cove, but that didn't mean it'll work. I'll walk there. I brought supplies. Isn't it really far? Cove was silent for a moment. You poked a hole in his perfect plan. That was not a perfect plan. Then he shook his head, like he was trying to clear it. When he spoke some more, it was mostly to himself. If I don't go see Mom, then she's... Fresh tears glistening Cove's red-rimmed eyes. But I don't go bother him. He stubbornly tried to blink them away, but they slipped on his cheeks. Your heart twisted in your chest. No matter what, you hated seeing him cry. What'll happen? Mom doesn't call them much, and I haven't seen him in so long. Cove hiccuped, wiping his face with the back of his arm. His glasses got shoved up awkwardly as a result. If I don't go, she'll be gone. She'll forget about me. She wouldn't do that. How'd you know? Because nobody could ever forget you, Cove. His cheeks pinkened. Flustered, you broke eye contact and looked down. Cove sniffled. He seemed conflicted. I'm not sure if that's right. You're at a standstill. We can't stay here forever, and we can't go out there. We got to go back. Cove's brows furrowed, a scar appearing on his lips. He turned away from you. You stared at his back. He just couldn't stop. Please, Cove. After a few minutes of sullen silence, Cove twisted back around. He went looking in the eye. Okay, let's go. I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want something bad to happen. He was doing it for you. That gave you a warm feeling inside, even if you wished he didn't want to leave in the first place. And that was that. Together, you walked away from the exit sign. Your feet hurt a lot by this point, and you were so tired. But you convinced him you were bringing Cove home, and that's what mattered. On the long walk back, it was only thanks to the occasional street lamp and the faint moonlight that you could see where you're going in the dark. I can hear him. He's so noisy. Noisy old man. You were content to stay close to each other. Sometimes your drowsy walking caused one of you to almost bump into the other. The back of your hand brushed his. He held in the close hand. You reached out for his hand and slipped into yours easily. His palm was warm. Cove glanced at you, looking surprised. Then he smiled. His fingers curved around the back of your hand. The two of you continued down the street, hand in hand. You weren't so sure how much time had passed. All you knew that one moment you were fighting the dripping of your eyelids while shuffling near a cove on the sidewalk, and the next you were snapped back to attention by the blaring beep of a horn. Cove froze. You whipped around to see a car approaching you. It was difficult to make out who it was. The headlights were so blinding. Fifi, what you doing? Second, I need to check something. Okay. One second. Okay. Instead of continuing down the road, the car slowed near where you were at. Near where you sat. Where are they sitting? The window rolled down, revealing the face behind the wheel. It was very familiar. Mom! She shouted back, and not just because there was some distance between you and her. Where have you kids been? I've been looking everywhere for you. I was trying to help Cove. She stopped looking at you, instead staring straight ahead. Both their hands were gripping the wheel. In turn, Cove gripped your hand tighter. This was hard to face. They'll eat you up from the inside.
Alright.
Get in. Let's get you two home. That at least made her showing up worth it. Your feet were aching like crazy from all the walking you done today. You opened the side door, slipping into the back seat, and clambered over so Cove had enough to learn to climb into. He followed in wordlessly, tucking his backpack near his feet. Your mom looked at you and Cove from the rearview mirror. The two of you had us extremely worried. That wasn't a good thing to do. Not at all. Shamefaced, you both nodded as one.
Sorry.
Sorry, Mrs. Kumiko. Sorry, Mom. She softened immediately. No one else to actually let it go, though. You have to apologize to everyone else, too. There's a search party out for us kids. With that, Mom started the car up again and you were off. For the rest of the car ride, no one said anything. You thought all of you were pretty tired. In fact, you must have dozed off at some point because you woke up to the sound of the engine stopping. When you looked around to get some sense of your surroundings, you realised Cove was laying his head on you. He must have been asleep before this too, you thought. Wait, huh? Not this too. The moment your eyes met, he turned away. We're back. You yawned and got out of the car. Cove came out after, putting his backpack on again. Mom locked the door and motioned you two towards the house. She opened the front door and let you go in first. Mommy appeared quickly. She must have been waiting nearby. There was a phone in her hand too, thinking about who she might have been talking to. The tiny line of her shoulders relaxed when she saw you and Cove. Oh, thank goodness you found both of them. Yes, I did. They're walking down the main street together. What were you two doing there this time of the night? Do you have any idea how far that is? How unsafe? You peeked at Cove. He still looked exhausted. His eyes were puffy, and there were dried tear tracks down his cheeks. I had to see my mom. Kaayo didn't want me to go alone. Wait, oh, crap. I had to see my mom. Kaayo didn't want me to go alone. Your mom shared a look. You weren't sure what that meant. I hear you. Turn that on. I love how I'm like trying to command while speaking so quietly. I love how her face is taken up by chat. You can't see her face because there's just a block of text in front of her. RIP. Your mom shared a look. You weren't sure what that meant, but they always did that. You wondered if they could read each other's minds. Since they were communicating telepathically, you saw a glance around the house. Leslie wasn't anywhere in sight. Where was she? She must have finished up whatever she was doing that morning ages ago. Where's Lizzie? Your sister's in her room, fast asleep, the same way you should have been. She went out earlier to look for the two of you, when she accidentally found out you were both missing. She tried to pretend otherwise, but you made her sick with worry. Still, she checked all the hiding places she could think of, but couldn't find either of you. You and Cove shared remorseful glances at that. Mommy noticed the discomfort.
Okay.
You two must be sleepy. You can sit down wherever you like. Mommy smiled warmly and motioned to the living room. Cove looked up at her and then lumbered over. You followed close behind. The living room wasn't far, separated by a wall, so you heard your moms talking softly. They have quite the open plan. It makes me wonder where everything is. Like, I have a slight idea of the, layout of their house. Like, 1 second. I need to get off my chair. There we go. Okay, my legs are done. I have a slight idea about the layout of their house, so let me bring, the painting app back up. This is just a slight guess of the layout of their house. So okay, so if I bring up another window capture, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna move this underneath the chat. Okay, so this, we're gonna just assume that this square is their house. So personally, they do mention a downstairs bathroom. So we have this is the living room. And then dining room, kitchen counter, kitchen area, and there's a wall here. Personally, I think it goes like this here. You have a little wall, that's where the staircase starts. And there's just kind of like a it's like a little wall, nothing here. Yeah, I should probably get rid of this line. That's so small. Yeah. So that's the kitchen counter. No, that's my razor tilt again. Okay, so the kitchen counter. Then there's the dining table with like their little chairs. Then there's the sofa. And I'm assuming like the TV's against this wall. Like a little, like they have a coffee table, right? Yeah. They're like little coffee table. This is very bad, by the way. I'm drawing on a mouse. So there was that. So I'm assuming if we have like the kitchen there, and then there's like, I'm assuming that there's a downstairs bathroom here. Like a very small one, probably with like a bathtub, toilet, and a sink. So I feel like that's the layout of their downstairs. Like personally. Like, and then there's the door that's personally. So I feel like their staircase goes like up like this here. Kind of like a curved staircase. Well, it either goes up, that, actually, wait, no. Now that I'm, like, thinking out. It probably doesn't, wait, no. Probably doesn't go up like there, it probably goes, like, down. Wait, no, that does work. Or maybe down like this here. You know. Probably like down like this here. It's like stairs, corner bit, stair, stair. And then there's the front door here. Okay. Then it opens in this way. There's probably like a little like table there. Like kind of like a console table. It's like I feel like that's the layout of their house. Probably. More open plan, but like there's a wall, so assuming the front door's there. They talk there. There's a wall separating. Like that's my personal opinion of what their house looks like. That's how their house is like set out for me. Oh, hold on. What is this? But yeah. That's my little, like, that's how I imagine that their house is set out. The room wasn't far or separated by a wall, so you heard your mom talking softly. He wanted to go see his mother. Poor thing. That explains it, at least. Still, I'm not sure he excuses it. It was so dangerous to go off at the time like that. He's having a hard time right now. You can't expect the child to handle it maturely. True, it can't be helped. But that's enough of that. We should tell Cliff and the others that he's here before panic gets out of hand. There could be riots.
Is that alright?
I'll call, then go in front to tell everyone to start there. You keep an eye on the kids. Make sure they don't make any more trips today. Go on, hon. Co sat there on the couch, sitting his backpack down beside him. Ow! I just whacked my heel. Owie. So his back down beside him. He stared at his hands. This is so weird. What is? Everyone was looking for me. They all know I tried to leave. Now I think about it, I do want to adjust my chat a bit. Yeah, 1 second. Bye. So we have that. That's a very big chat box. Which chat box is that? That's the small one? Okay, Jesus. Okay, bullshit. Bullshit, I call bullshit. That can all be the small one. There's barely a difference between the big one and the small one. Okay, because I was thinking of moving chat up. Like, I mean, that works. So whenever I do, like, bring my little cam thing back, chat isn't blocked. To be fair, I don't know if I'll ever bring that back. I might just, like, I might just, like, keep it away, if I'm being honest. That reminds me, given I have this little live screen, I do need to play Mori again. I should probably have added it to this week's schedule, but I'm very happy with what I have. Probably could replace it with a Kaayo, but whatever. If I don't end up playing Faz on Friday... Oh, hello! Welcome. That's a cute little emote. If I don't end up playing Faz with my friends on Friday, I might play some more Mori then. Probably. Very cute. Oh yes, welcome. I kind of want to run away and I'll come back this time, so I don't have to see them again. Please don't run away again. I feel guilty for even suggesting that, despite it not being serious. I won't. Not for real. Before you could say anything else, the front door opened. Her mom was back, with Mr. Holland close behind her. We had a beeline for the couch. His gaze trained on his son.
Cove?
God, are you alright? Strands of his hair had fallen out of his ponytail. His eyes were darkened, like he'd been crying too. Cove stared up at his dad, his own eyes wide behind the frames of his glasses. Neither of his parents have glasses. Yet he does. Is that like a recessive gene in his family? I mean, like, probably, right? Probably like a grandparent with glasses or whatever. Cove stared up at his dad, his own eyes wide behind the frames of his glasses. He really hadn't expected it to be such a big deal. I'm okay. Good. That's good. I'm so glad to hear that. He clasped a hand on his son's shoulder, attempting a smile, but the corners of his eyes twitched and spasmed, as if they wanted the will to frown instead. Cove seemed to have that effect on him. Mr. Holden turned to you, still smiling weakly. I'm so happy you're alright too, Kyle. But you know it's your mom's. Thanks for your help. As always. He laughed pitifully.
I'm sorry.
I'm very sorry for ruining your afternoon with this. I can't apologize enough.
It's okay.
It was no trouble, Cliff, really. It couldn't be helped in a way. Something was going to happen sometime. Besides, he wasn't the only one who said it was a good idea to disappear today. Exactly. We're just happy the kids are safe and sound. Not for the first time that day. You recalled your original meeting with Cove. He ran away then too. Only not as far as he had today. Cove must have had a similar fault because he mumbled an apology. Sorry, Dad. I won't leave anymore. Promise. Some life seemed to return to Mr. Holden thanks to his promise. This time around, his smile was more genuine.
I'm so glad.
That's a relief to hear. Next time you feel like running off, come to me first, okay? We can talk about it. I'm here for you. Cove nodded. His dad reached out and messed his hair playfully. Although he made a face, Cove didn't try to dodge the hand as he usually did. Let's go home, bud. I bet you're as tired as I am. Mr. Holden took over carrying Cove's backpack, still clasping a free hand over on his son's shoulder when he stood up from the couch. The five of you walked over to the front door so you could see them off. Mr. Holden thanked your moms profusely at least 3 more times before he walked out the door. Cove was ready to follow. When he stopped and turned to look at you before stepping through the threshold.
Thanks.
Kyle. You're welcome, Cove. A tiny smile filtered across his lips. There and then gone. I'm a very huggy person. So, hugs. Hugs for all. Hugs for Cove. Can I turn my phone around? Haha, look at me. Before he was gone, you reached over to give him a hug goodbye after a hard day. He held you back more tightly than you could have anticipated, and you almost squeaked out a noise. I'm glad you're here. His embrace was tight, but brief. He let go as soon as he said we wanted to. And with that, Cove left. Mommy closed the door behind them. You were practically down on your feet at that point. Your fatigue must have been obvious because your mum was sending you right to bed with no more discussion about what happened that day. Once your head hit the pillow, your eyes slipped closed on their own. Your eyelids were so heavy that you couldn't open them again until the next morning. You woke up much more at ease than you had when you were last conscious, so it was almost like it was a dream. But it definitely wasn't. Your mom's faces when you saw them assured that. A big stretch. After breakfast, you were sat down and your family went over to taste yesterday's events in full. They were none too pleased he joined Cove despite knowing he wanted to leave. As punishment, your mom took away your TV privileges for the next few days. Lizzie was annoyed but that she couldn't watch her shows with you around, but she adjusted. Whenever you expressed disappointment, your moms reminded you they weren't punishing you for no reason. It was dangerous for you to go out on your own so late, and without telling anyone. You could have gone hurt or worse. As upset as you were, you understood. Mr. Holden talked to Cove about what happened too. You didn't know what was said exactly, but Mr. Holden forgave Cove immediately. He didn't do anything to punish Cove for running away. He blamed no one but himself for Cove's desire to leave home. You caught your mums discussing it once in hushed tones, frowning at each other. It was pretty serious. There was a word used you hadn't heard before. Self-flagellation. What does that word mean? Let me expand my vocabulary. Meaning the action of... Is that the right word? 9. The action of flogging oneself, especially as a form of religious discipline. Oh, excessive criticism of oneself. Okay, that's more... Okay, yeah, it's just excessive amounts of criticism, which is what he seems to do. So, yeah, I mean, that works. That is what he does. That is what Mr. Fulton does. Okay. That did give a go. But there wasn't anything they could do to change Mr. Fulton's mind. Your neighbors stopped you and Co often for the next week or so. To express their concerns and disapproval of the event, still, as they always did, days continued to pass. So when talk about Cove running away, things eventually returned to normal, as they had to. Summer kept going, and you kept having experiences you shared with Cove. Okay, what next? Let's see. I'm thinking... A or B? Long day it is. It was another scorching summer day. The kind where no sooner had you finished one cup of water, you're already filling it up again. Everyone else had something to do, so that afternoon was just you and Silo. This didn't happen much, especially since COVID arrived. Without Lizzie around, Silo looked to you for all the answers. It made you feel pleased. You might not be in double digits like your sister, but he was only 7. Being the oldest and getting to be the leader was a nice change of pace. You drank yet another drink in front of the empty vessel. Your thirst was gone, but you still craved something icy cold and refreshing, something sweet, something like an ice cream cone. Nothing be a classic creamy scoop of ice cream on a day like this. There's nothing like that to be found at home. You knew that without needing to look. Most didn't keep sweets in the house. Yeah, they probably did, just hid it away. So kids can't go numbing them without permission. Aside, there were plenty of places where such goodies could be obtained, but there were shops that demand payment in exchange for their products. You've already taken one online. I want an ice cream cone. Silo, who'd been draped over the sofa, perked up.
Yeah.
That sounds good. We don't have anything like that in the house, and I don't have any money. Oh, let me check if I have any. Silo rummaged through his backpack and proudly pronounced an assortment of coins, plus one stray button. You set the button aside and counted the coins in neat piles. Just over $1. You noticed this to Silo. He'd almost certainly come to the same conclusion by watching you expectantly. It's a start. Silo beamed at you. We'll need to find some more. Okay. The two of you lifted couch cushions, stuck tiny hands down in deep crevices in the sofa, and other furniture, and scoured the back of doors. Most of what you found was just as gross. Bent paper clips, fluffy wisps of dust, or sandy crumbs, but every so often you would strike silver or bronze and add to your growing pile of coins. You might wander to the $20 bill tucked away in your room, but it was enough for you and Silo to get whatever you wanted and more. But you didn't take it out. It was too special to hand over so freely. Besides, Silo would be curious about where it came from, might even mention your wealth to Lizzie. The exchange should be the secret. Dusty and disheveled from checking every room and throwing every tiny nook. The two of you finished pulling your finds. Silo held his breath as you counted the coins once again. $2.53 and 2 buns. You didn't know the second bun had decided to join the party, but you were too pleased with your successful haul to throw it out. Is that enough? You figured he knew the answer, but appreciated him recognizing your authority on financial and ice cream matters. You straightened up before making your pronouncement. Yeah, we've got enough. You can now afford something in the shops. Just one thing. That was infinitely better than none. Silo clapped his hands. Yay. He's a cute kid. Very tiny. Maybe dashed aside. The promise of sugar buoyed you onto your destination where, breathless but happy, you stared at the overwhelming number of options. You knew what you wanted, but it wasn't just you who contributed to the funds to get the treat. He seemed to notice your pulse. Aren't you getting an ice cream cone? Silo asked as though he were entirely separate from this decision, rather than someone with a stake in the outcome. Do you mind? Silo shook his head to the side. It was your idea. You should choose. Are you really sure it's okay? Yeah. Really? Really? Please, you brought the dessert you'd longed for. Sweet success. Finally, the reward for all your hard work was in your hands. You loved the soft ice cream. The sweetness perked you up. You held out to Silo so he could take a turn. He shook his head. He didn't want any? After all, everything he did to help get it? That was weird. Trying to think of Silo. Even if Silo said it was okay, every story you'd seen on TV or read in books said that sharing was caring. You stood your ground, even as the treat started to trickle dangerously towards your fingers. It's only fair that you have some. We both bought it, but you want more than I do. A game to play was a lot of fun already, so you can have it. It's more than fair. He held out to him. I want you to have some, even more than I want to finish it. Say your part. Relenting, Silo took the treat and gave it a taste. His eyes lit up. It's really good. Thank you. You smelled. Pleased with your good deed. You picked the best one. Did he mean that? Silo was always nice no matter what happened, even if he hated it. You knew he wouldn't say it, so. Maybe he thought it was gross, and that was the real reason I didn't want to take some. You had no idea. You studied him as in the ear a little more. He had every appearance of enjoying himself. So weird. The two of you began to head back home as he ate. You walked side by side on the shore in silence, but your thoughts kept drifting to the boy beside you. Why did he speak up for himself? It was almost as if Silo didn't know how to say what he felt, or was he afraid to? Vio, are you snoring? Stop snoring, Boba. She looks like just like a flat disc on her bed. Are we friends? Silo opened his eyes wide, seemingly caught off guard by the blunt question. Yeah, I think so. He says that, but friends should be able to talk to each other without being scared. If Silo wouldn't do that, were you really friends at all? He rubbed his hands together nervously over your own reaction.
Sorry.
You weren't sure how sorry he could be without knowing he was apologizing for, but you shook your head. You didn't do anything. It was true. Silo hadn't done something mean. He gone out of his way to make you happy. That doesn't seem like it should be a bad thing, yet it bothered you. I just don't know if you like me. It's like it doesn't matter what I do. You're gonna have to see him. I could be anybody and you wouldn't care. No, I like you. I really, really like you, Kaayo. I want to be friends. Okay. He smiled hesitantly and at him as his fidgeting ceased. Even though you weren't really sure if you believed him, this was only making things worse. You decided that maybe there were all types of friends. If Silo wasn't able to do things differently, this would have to be alright. Is this like a filing cabinet? Oh! Oh, hello! It opens. Is that CDs? Is that where he shoved all the CDs? No, given there's a lock in this thing, you'd expect it to be locked, right? But it's not. It's open. Silo made you unsure about setting a label on the experience of the afternoon with just him. There'd be good times, there'd be confusing ones. Or positive one thing at least. The treat was delicious, and that was nice. The sun was on the horizon when you returned to your neighborhood. There you saw two very familiar figures up ahead, Lizzie and Cove. You opened your mouth to make your presence. I love how it sounds like I just sighed, like, not those two. You opened your mouth to make your presence known to them just as you saw the tears on Cove's face. You walked straight over, Silo at your heels. Once there, you... Carefully, that's what happened. Without a time machine, the only way you were going to find out was by asking the witnesses. Lizzie might have done something, but she could have also been in the wrong place at the wrong time, or even come to go see him. You wanted to hear a story. Cove, what happened? Kaayo, I got yelled at. He took a deep steadying breath. Some grandparents got mad at me. Sorry. Lizzie jerked her head in the direction of a nearby house. Your heart sunk. You knew exactly what had happened. Every year, the same mean old couple rented out that condo for the summer. You, Lizzie, and Silo knew to stay away from them, but Cove couldn't have. They're like that with everyone. Even your mom struggled to find anything nice to say about them, but the elderly pair particularly took offense to kids. It didn't matter if they were really nice like Cove. Cove's not really nice. He tolerates people as a kid. He tolerates them. He's only really nice to, well, me. He doesn't even really tolerate Lizzie and Silo, to be honest. It's like barely tolerates them. He's not very nice to his dad. He's kind of nice to Lizzie's and I's parents. It's kind of really it for little Kitty Cove. He's not really nice to people. He only really tolerates people. Yeah, Lizzie said. Lizzie drew herself up at that. She looked pointedly in your direction. I was helping. That's cool. Is there anything I can do?
No.
I'm just gonna stay away. Or you could teach them a lesson. There's a devilish gun in her eyes. What? You could ding dong ditch them. Go ring the doorbell and run. It'll be great because they're so slow. They'll never catch you. I've actually ding dong ditched before. I'm pretty sure I convinced my neighbors that their house was haunted. I love telling the story because it's so ridiculous. But when I was a kid, I had this like old rattle from when I was a kid that had been left in store, so it was like all old and gross and stuff. But me and my friend who lived down the street, we just kept placing it either in through my neighbor's glove box, into their bins, more or less so on top of their bins, on their wall, on their doorstep. Once we got a piece of string and hung it off their door handle. Like it was like real tiny. I'm also surprised we got fit through the glove box. I also can't remember if we got it all the way in or partially in. But we just like kept doing that because we just found it fun because like sometimes we would be able to actually see their reactions. And we just like sit and like giggle as they would like come my side and be like, what? Who is leaving this here? It was so cruel. We were so mean. We were like tormenting these poor people for like literally no reason. We had no reason for what we were doing. We were just little shits and we found it funny. We found it funny to terrorize this poor couple who lived like literally right next door to me. They were literally my like next door neighbor. They even asked my mother once like if she had seen anything. She never left her seat, so she saw literally nothing, which honestly was pretty good for us. So, but yeah, this was like, jeez, this was probably when I was like 7, probably, maybe a little younger, definitely not older, probably more like 6. We didn't understand the consequences of our actions, but they did end up like moving away. We thought we convinced them that their house was haunted, but they probably just got annoyed at the fact that they just kept getting like harassed by like random people who kept sticking a rattle onto their doorstep. That was probably like so mean of us, but like that was funny. I can barely remember most things. All I remember is that it was a weird rattle, sounded weird. It was like one of those like classic rattles, like circular shaped. I'm pretty sure it was like a old like blue color. But I did ding dong ditch some people. I definitely did ding dong ditch the same couple at some point. Once with the rattle too, just like left it on the doorstep, rang the doorbell, sprinted. I was a quick kid, not really. I was quick enough, but it's not like I could win any races or anything. Can ring the doorbell and run. It'll be great because they're so slow, then I'll catch you. That's dumb. I don't want to go near them ever again.
You're just saying that because you're a chicken.
Cove glared but didn't take the bait. Lizzie turned to you. You're not a chicken, are you? You thought they deserved worse. I shouldn't know that you were disgusted. You shook your head. As parents go, that was pretty weak. They should They would answer their door to find nothing there, so what? It'd be sort of annoying, but it seemed like the kind of people who'd be irritated by anything. If they're going to open their door, there had to be something bad there. I've been letting them off too easy. You felt 3 pairs of eyes on you, but you were studying your surroundings thoughtfully. There wasn't much around that they might dislike. Inspiration came crawling towards you in the form of a roly-poly bug. Carefully, you lowered your hand and let it clamber into your palm. That should do it. You had never met an adult who appreciated bugs. Let's ding-dong ditch and bug them. We'll go hide. Run as soon as you hit the bell. I've actually never picked that option before. So, like, that is honestly hilarious. I love that. I was like, I need to adjust myself in my seat. Good luck. Lizzie and Silo ran across the road to take shelter in the bushes. Even once they settled down, you can make out 2 child-sized shapes staring from between the leaves. You knew where to look for them, though, so you told yourself that the Gretschel people wouldn't spot it. Go outside. His gaze flickering to the house and then back to you. Don't let them catch you, okay? Be careful. I'll be quick as a flash. Cove glanced back before he'd even reached the other side and stumbled and his foot caught on the sidewalk. He straightened up and looked back to smile nervously at you before joining Lizzie and Silo in their hideaway. The weight of 3 pairs of eyes on your back was heavier than anything you carried before as you approached the door. You stared down at the little bug still lingering in your close hand and placed it on the ground where it could be seen, but also the size so it wouldn't be stepped on. You stopped the buzzer and ran, blood thumping against your eardrums with every step. Would you make it in time? Approaching the hiding spot, you knew there wasn't enough time to go around the bushes as the others had done, so you took the shortcut, leaping over them. Or to be more accurate, crashing through the tops of the bushes and then falling onto the other side. Cove quietly hissed as you unwittingly collided into him, but by the way his arms were out, it seemed like he'd intentionally tried to cushion your landing. Shh! Lizzie put a finger on her lips and nodded the house. You disentangled your limbs from Cove's and spun around to see the old man framed in the doorway peering back and forth suspiciously. You covered your mouth with your hands, but that wasn't enough to stifle your giggles. Maybe he spotted one of you, or maybe it was the leaves you displaced while jumping, but he looked out of the books and stormed over in your direction. Silo grasped and looked at Lizzie. Run. Your sister did not hesitate to take her own advice, neither did Silo. You got up, seeing Cove struggling to extract himself and stand up with just one fully functioning arm, and gave him a hand getting to his feet. It wasn't your intention to run, still holding on to each other, but neither of you remembered to let go. As you made your escape, you thought to yourself that you didn't even notice the bug. Well, at least the little buggy was safe. That's something. As the old man's haulers propelled you off from the street into the sanctuary of the hill, only once you were safe did you notice the stitch in your chest and the ache in your legs. Let's see, wonder, D2. Okay, that's good. Okay. You flopped down, the blades of grass tickling your face. Lizzie, who had taken the lead in the end, was already lazing on the ground. The 4 of you took a moment to catch your breath and enjoying the feeling of cool grass against your skin. Cole lifted his head. I told you their mean grandparents were right here. Cole rolled his eyes and decided this wasn't dismissive enough and rolled his whole body away from your sister. Cole chose to ignore Lizzie chose to ignore his response and started chatting to Silo, who eagerly joined in the conversation. In the back of your mind, you knew you'd always be second fiddle to Silo once Lizzie came around. It always went like that. You felt a little sad about how much time you spent together today. You hoping the two of you might become closer, but you had to let it go. He was happy where he was. There are other things to attend to anyway. You wriggled closer to Cove. He had calmed down for the most part. I was expecting a flower. His fingers pinched the stem and tilted the white part towards him. That's a poppy. Cove glanced at you in acknowledgement in the back of the floor. And the type of poppies on this hill have the name white linen poppy. Mom told me. He cracked a smile. That's funny. He ran a finger around the edge of the petals. It doesn't feel like cloth. You didn't allow them to make anything. He nodded and released a delicate plum. Evaluation complete. This is my favorite kind of flower. But I didn't know what it was called. Thanks. Personally, I really like roses. They smell really nice. Those are fancy flowers. You look good with them. Why? Just because you would. You just would. He stopped the conversation there, suddenly shy. Moved onto your back with a small smile and looked at the darkening sky. The blanket of clouds reminded you of the thick fur you curled under on cold rainy days. You wonder if the clouds would be as soft. They lazily floated on by, splitting from each other, merging and morphing into new shapes. I remember this option. I like this option because it's funny. You show card shapes. You nudged Cove and pointed at the sky. What does that look like? Cove looked up at the sky, angling his head back to the side. Back and to the side. Finally, he shook his head. I don't see anything. Really? Really? What did you see? Clouds! He chuckled at that. It's just so silly. As the sun's light faded from the sky and the moon rose higher, Lizzie got to her feet. Dusting the strands of grass from her bare legs, she surveyed her surroundings. The ocean, visible from the crest of the hill, beckoned with every sweep of the tide. Let's go to the beach. There's no argument from the other two. Silo was still Silo, and Cove could never say no to the shore. He's the child of the sea. You wanted to go there too. But what happens if I object? I don't want to. Tough. I think it's fun. That was my good idea. Okay. So you eagerly joined the others in descending the hills of the water. You stepped into the sun for the second time that day, but it felt different at night. The beach was nearly quiet at this hour. Abandoned sandcastles and footsteps in the sand, too big to belong to any of you. They were the only indication of how busy it had been only hours earlier. Oops. The four of you kicked shoes off and removed socks and walked along the water's edge. The waves tickled your feet. I wonder what would happen if you tried to take a bath in the ocean, with shampoo and everything. No, it would be bad for the fish.
Jeez.
I didn't say anyone would do it. Geez, you don't have to be so serious about everything. You're the one who asked what happened. That is what would happen. It hurt the fishes. I like bubble baths at home. They're lots of fun. Me too. Bubble baths are luxurious. You never heard Lizzie use that word before. Mommy loves to have bubbles in her bath. She'll turn the lights off and have candles. I'm gonna do that next time. Hey, when's your mom coming to pick you up anyway? Not for a while. She's busy. What about your dad? How come you never talk about him? Nobody does. Don't you know you're not supposed to ask something like that there? Why would somebody want to talk about something they never talk about? You kept your eyes on the ground, watching your toes get swallowed up by the waves. Even if Silo had never seemed upset when this topic came up, it made you feel awkward for just having both your moms. That's okay. I'm like Lizzie and Kai. They don't have a dad. Oh, I don't have a dad. But I don't have two moms. I just have one. She's really great. Oh, sorry. I only have one now too. My mom isn't here. She's back home. It's just my dad and me. Or my dad with me. Well, I never had a dad or anything, so I don't feel bad. It's really sad that your mom is gone. Gov nodded. You know they're all different. Our parents are good in their own ways.
Yeah.
Cove gave us a response. You don't think he truly disagreed, though? The silence broke with a splash as Lizzie clicked in your direction. Cold water and sodden sand splattered against your legs. Lizzie giggled. Still, foot still upstretched from the kick. Cove joined in, striking the incoming waves to make fast for his own. Silo scurried out of Cove's spray zone with a grin. You made a run for it. You were already too dirty and wet for comfort. Nothing that happened there would feel as good as getting dry. You got in the water before anyone could catch you again. Perching on a rock, you scraped wet sand from your legs as you watched the others. The sand came away in thick chunks at first, like clay, but where it had been thinner, it already dried and clung to your skin. Cove and Lizzie were relentless, while Silo mostly just dodged. Silo's brief exclamation was drowned out by the biggest splash yet, caused by him falling face first into the ground. That was bad enough, without the wave that followed, cascading over his prone body. Silo sat up, shaking his head like a dog coming in from the rain. As you all hurried to check on him, his hair was plastered to his head and his soaked clothes stung. or clung. If there was any part of him that was still dry, you couldn't see it. No, it's crazy. Are you okay? Yeah, my foot got stuck and I fell over.
You dumbo.
Why do you go silent, you Dumbo? You have to get up. Sal then take your sister's hand. After a moment, you dropped it. Lizzie was too busy snickering to notice and held a hand on Sal too. He reached over and took it. Slowly started to pull himself up from the ground. They slept on the 6 sands, dragging him and Lizzie down, just in time for another wave to hit. The water rolled over them.
Sorry.
What were the odds of that happening twice in a row? You thought it must be low, but there's no way Silo would do something to that on purpose and pretend it was an accident, especially not to Lizzie. Even if your relationship with Silo fell unclear, he at least did like her a lot. Lizzie was his favourite, right? Smiling boldly, Lizzie extracted herself from the ground and wiped a streak of sand from her cheek. She didn't intend to let this embarrass her. Sal got up as well, this time with that incident. He still looked like a drowned puppy, but that didn't stop Cole from laughing at the two of them. With that, it was time to call it a day. The 4 of you made the journey back home, leaving a trail of wet footsteps and sand in your wake. Damp clothes may have weighed down some of the grip, but your spirits were high. Your arms swung side to side as a cold breeze drove past. Your mums were outside, trying to close Dad. We're back! Your mom's faces fell as the thickened state you're all in, ranging from messy to soaked.
No.
Elizabeth, is this what you have to say for yourself? You brought half the beach back with you. They certainly did. What's Marigold going to say when she comes to get Silo? Is that how you want him to be for the long drive home? Cold and filthy? I don't know why. They don't seem to be able to.
No.
They can't seem to decide who's who. I always get confused. Because Dad was meant to be Mommy, who turns into Matt, and that's meant to be Mom. But sometimes it feels like it just flips around. Like they don't even know who's who. It gets confusing. Lizzie's expression turned sulky over the scolding. Being the oldest could be fun, but it also meant she was the first to get in trouble when something went wrong. Mr. Holland, on the other hand, chuckled as he ruffled Cove's matted hair. How does one even shower or bathe in a cast? Like, I had a cast back when I was a kid. Like, I broke my elbow. But I don't actually remember how I showered or anything. I don't know. I was, like, really young by then. I think I was at the age where I was, like, just starting to wash myself. So, that kind of put a, kind of backed that progress up a bit because my parents had to help me. You mean making memories, Bucko? You want to make memories, Bucko? You got to have a good time with your friends. Cove used his slightly moist cast arm to push his dad off. Mr. Holden's eyes widened when he noticed even that had gone wet. No, he was worried too. I think they could have found less risky ways to find their time and just had just as much fun. That might be right, kid. Kids, what can you do? Come on, Cove, let's go. You cleaned up and dried off. We wouldn't want that cast to have to be reset. Cove went to the vault.
Okay.
That boy. Mr. Holden casually bent down and plucked Cove up off the ground, ultimately holding Cove against his chest. Sam was already transferring from Cove onto him, but that didn't seem to bother Mr. Holden. Cove protested with being carried, but only got a reassuring pack in the back for his trouble.
Take care.
Good night, Cove. Thank you for the tug, Cliff. Night, Kumiko family. And Silo too. Resigned to his feet, Cove twisted his body in his dad's arms in order to turn around and wave goodbye. Smiling, he waved back. Good night.
Fine.
Well, we better get inside to do what we can to fix you guys up. Come on, everyone inside. I want you to march straight to the downstairs bathroom. Okay, maybe their house is bigger than I thought. Okay, because like I would assume, like I don't even know if that's like their front door or whatever. If that's their house or if that's their house, like I genuinely cannot tell because it's very hard to tell whose house is whose. Like, if that even is their house. I genuinely can never tell. Go on, everyone inside. I want you to right straight to the downstairs bathroom. Yes, Mom. Okay, Liz's mom. Don't worry about stopping to wipe your feet on the mat this time. That won't do much good tonight. Sitting on an old beach towel your mummy had found, you waited in the hall. Until we were less Sandy, you weren't allowed to go to your room or walk around the house. Okay, maybe I was right. Maybe my prediction was correct. Just maybe everything's like bigger than I predicted. Maybe I get a sandwich for dinner there. I felt like an indoor picnic. Maybe decided the Sally would wash first and borrow some of your clothes. We've already finished and packed away in his bum car. Miss Fields had come to collect him a little while ago. Okay, so she's divorced. If I remember right from, like, Mrs. is married, Miss is, like, usually single, and Mrs. was, like that R is, like, divorce. I think I remember that being told. If I'm completely wrong, I'm sorry, but I genuinely don't remember. It was a fun experience seeing him without the hat for once. He even wears a hat, even when he's almost an adult. Lizzie, being much more soaked than you, got to go in the tub next. It wasn't bubble bath as she had hoped. This was a no fun alone clean-up session. At least that's what she claimed. Not much longer than it would be your turn. When the bath was done, you'd have to go right to bed. After a day like this, though, you were glad you weren't going to be any further events. Drifting off to sleep sounded like a great idea. Okay, it is like 2 in the morning. It's only been like 2.5 hours, but I'm getting a little hungry. If I'm being honest with you, I'm getting a little hungry. We got through 3 scenes today. Next time I stream this game, I'm gonna try finishing up step 1. I'm gonna try finishing up step 1 so we can get that all done, dusted. So I've got the game stuff for now. So yeah, that's me for today. Very glad that we got this all done. Very fun. Very, very fun. I liked how even if it wasn't planned, I had to get to stream today. There we go. Chair clipped in. Okay. And my phone's almost charged too. Okay. Like I was saying, thank you for joining me. I had lots of fun. Stream on Monday at the normal time. I'm thinking of maybe pushing it forward an hour. So I can maybe try and like average my streams at like 5 hours. But I don't really know. It honestly just depends. So yeah. Thank you for joining me today. It was very nice to have you here. So moving my mic over. Adios and much Kaayo love. Bye bye.